46 million Americans live in poverty, including 1 in 4 children in DC. This particularly affects communities of color, including the Latin American and Caribbean community. LIFT's mission is to empower families to break the cycle of poverty. We believe that a parent is the best change agent for their family. We know from 20 years experience working with families that parents are motivated to provide their child a better life than they had themselves. Parents are quick to identify these long-term family goals, such as buying a home, sending their kids to college, and pursuing a career with family-sustaining wages. Partnerships with organizations like Martha's Table and Bright Beginnings allow us to continue serving a diverse population of parents and young children. For us, it's important to do that because we're inspired by these stories. We're inspired by parents who have often left everything that they know behind in order to provide a better future for their children. I was inspired by a parent I met at Centronia. He was a dad who had just immigrated with his wife and 3 young daughters a few months prior. He came in to work on several goals to stabilize his family's situation. Employment and housing were top of mind for him. And that's what in large part inspired our coaching program. We heard from parents that they wanted to move from working on stability goals to working on mobility goals, to be able to say that they have a clear view of how they're going to accomplish things like home ownership, things like savings goals for their families, so that their children can have a better life than their own. Most often, when someone comes to work at LIFT, they describe a short-term need, something like employment or housing in the short run, but also are engaged in a way that allows them to discuss their long-term family goals. And that's where really coaching is the most effective. Parents are quick to describe what they envision for the future. They want to save for their child's education, they want to buy a home, and too often that constant churn of the day-to-day needs that they have to worry about get in the way of this long-term planning. At LIFT, we want to work on both the short-term and the long-term goals that people have. We want to provide those holistic supports that will give them confidence that they can accomplish their goals, that they have the supports necessary in their community, and that they have the financial resources needed to make those happen. What I think is most innovative about our coaching program is that parents have the space to think about their goals in the long term. That they're not just stuck in this day-to-day churn that they most often have to deal with in addressing needs for their families. En LIFT creemos que cuando invertimos en padres, inspiramos un mejor futuro.